Hey everyone, it's Aslan here. Welcome to next video. In this video, I'm going to share with you one more secret. I did a video yesterday on secret of reading charts, understanding the nature of the market, understanding the story of the chart itself. Okay, not just the patterns, textbooks, things. Make sure to watch that video. I did that yesterday. It's my channel. Anyways, let's go with the with today's video. In this video, I want to ask you a question. Does it happen to you that when you draw a trend line, it breaks up or depending ascending or descending trend line? If it's ascending, it breaks down, and you take short entry, and what happens? It goes back up. Or if you're drawing descending trend line, it breaks up and fakes out and comes down. Yeah, I know it happened to me so many times until I found how it really works. The thing is with trading, it's never 100%. Okay, it's never 100%. If you're looking for 100% type of pattern strategy tips, it's never going to happen. It's all about money management, right mindset, and the decent strategy. Okay, strategy comes at last because money management and psychology is the most important thing. If they are lined up, and then you can win this game. Okay, so let's go with the video. And I'm a more practical guy. I'm gonna show you on the chart rather than having a text theory and all that. I'm not that kind of person, so I like more practical things rather than written. Okay, this. I want to show you the real examples. So let's go with the example. Let's find the best example. This is a Bitcoin chart that I'm gonna show you. Let's see here what we can find. Okay, I'll show you example here. Okay, based on the textbooks, we need to connect last two or three mostly lows or highs depending on the direction we are ascending or descending trend line. Okay, let's go with that one first, and then I will share with you. I got a few more tips lined up as well. Okay, now we have this to draw trend line, and we have this low. We can't draw on both of them, but we can draw on this one. There's a reason why I'm saying drawing on this one. I don't know the future. Okay, I don't know the future, but we are here trying to draw proper trend line. Let me tell you why I didn't draw there and why this is this is a wrong way to draw trend line from this point. For example, this never happened, but you can't draw trend line here, and this is our low. Understand, this is our low and this is our recent high. We need to create a new lower low, break this, so in order to we can include this. Understand this point. We need a new low to connect that. Okay, this person or this move, this impulsive move gave us new low. This is so annoying when it happens. And I can't on iMac I can't press Control Z to remove this, so I have to remove this manually each of everything. Okay, understand this point. We need a new low so we can connect on lower high. Okay, this is our lower high, this is our lower high, this is just in middle, almost nothing. Okay, it's just a corrective move up there because it was an impulsive move, a corrective move. When it broke, corrective move, a flag channel, when it broke, it came down and gave us again a correction. I know it's a mess, but I hope you get the point. If you have a little bit experience in the market, you understand my point very well. And then we had an impulsive move breaking low, and that is our recent start of the impulsive move. That's why we're drawing trend line here. When it breaks well. You know, it breaks strong as well. Let me remove all this. I'll show you one more thing. I learned this after 2 years spending. I spent so you can say on average in last 2 years I spent at least 5 to 6 hours every day on charts. Every day, yes, I did, because I was so passionate about this, and I was like learning. I'm a very curious guy. I try to I always ask people with their story, their passion, what they're passionate about, things like that. I'm a very curious person. I ask everyone, and they think I speak too much because I'm a curious guy. I want to learn from others' mistake. I'm a very open-minded person. There's a quote I really like. The eyes are useless if your mind is blind. So basically what it means is If you're not looking with your mind, like thinking, asking questions to yourself, am I doing right, or am I just jumping in the trade because of FOMO? Alright, get this point. You need to be mentally so calm and without any greed, emotion, pressure. Because when you have greed, emotion, pressure, the mind just get blocked. It doesn't really think properly. It happens to everyone. That's what we call psychology in this market. Emotion. That's what is big thing in the market, and that's what creates the trend. And that's why we get impulsive moves because of the greed, emotions. People try to jump in the trades. That's why we get big moves. Okay, but every move starts slow and then suddenly goes crazy. You've seen that in crypto a lot. So these principles work in all the markets. You need to understand where the move started and which one is our next low or high, depending on the. We have descending trend line here. Based on ascending trend line, for example, ascending trend line, let's draw here, will low. And if you see here, the market we need a new high here. Let me show you what I mean. This is our low, that's fine, but this was part of this. It never created a new high. We needed two highs. Okay, this created a new high. Now if this breaks, this will be a much more valid comparing to having this. You see, if I would have drawn this in lower time frame, this is if you would have been trading for 4 hours, you would have seen this break and taking trade and loss. All right, this is very common, happened to me so much. Okay, I used to do that, and I'll show you, and I've done this video, a secret how to confirm the trend change, not just the the trend line break. There's another thing you need to understand and keep that in mind, so you can be make sure the trend is changed. You can go short or long depending on that. And right now you see the trend line was a very effective here because we had a very valid two touch. Based on this, it was a very strong move from here. The more impulsive move it gets from the trend line, the stronger the trend line is. Look at this, very strong. And because of this, we try to break here, and look, we had very impulsive move, but seller were much stronger than buyers, so buyers gave up here. Even though volume shows that volume is weakening as it was going up, high volume, low and low. You can see at the end that the volume is very key for me in crypto trading, especially. I look at the volume more than anything. It's a key. It's a key. It's my edge of cryptocurrency. Looking at the volume, because it gives me very good concept of the market, and it shows me if there is a valid moves going on or it's just a fix, and that's it. Anyways, we had the break here, and then break, and if you see that I was talking about that at the end, when everyone sees that it's breaking, and suddenly everyone starts selling it, and that's what happened here as well. So yeah, even though we broke a lower low, it should be going bearish, but it was a major bullish trend. If we go on weekly, it was a minor. Everything was minor. But anyways, you get the point. What I mean, you need to create a higher high or lower low to connect those two. Like for example, here we had lower lows, so we connected the trend line with this, and we had a higher high. That's why we connected our trend line with this. Okay, you need to practice this. Okay, the more you practice, the better you'll get. It's simple as that. It's like driving car. The more you practice, the more confident and better you will get. Right? And what else was there? Yeah, this is a proper way to draw trend line. And sometimes you will see the corrective move that breaking down. It may be just a corrective move, the flag that it will break up. You will see the major trend. You need to wait for the lower high to break. As long as the lower high is protected, the market is still in bullish trend. For example, the market is coming up. This is our lower higher higher low. All right, our major higher low. Market never broke this. Remember, even though we break a trend line here, the market never broke this. Sometimes what happens is, let me draw here. It happens a lot. When the market is very strong like this, very strong. Okay, market is very strong, impulsive market. It can break the trend line. It does not mean the market is going to reverse. It breaks the trend line, okay, but you need to understand the market is still holding a high low, a major high low. It can always go up go back up. So you need to understand this thing. You need to wait for high low to break before you go short. You can go in 1 hour, at least wait for 1 hour. If you were waiting for 1 hour, this would be high low in 1 hour, and breaking this and it retested here. This is one day. Based on my experience, I can guess it would be here because we had quite a good stop here, 2 inside bars here. So 1 hour high low broke, and then taking entry. There was very good risk and reward. All this here, they retesting again here. One more opportunity to take the entry and then take profit here. That's like 1 2 3 4 risk and reward. A very good risk and reward. Same thing here. We broke this. We had a resistance here, and market is struggling here, and it broke a low. There's an inside bar at the top, and then giving again. So you can go to lower time frame to take entry. That's what I do. I look at the big time frame, then I go to lower time frame to take entry. It just gives me a lot better perspective and a lot better entries based on my plan. So you need to have a plan. That's the major thing that people lack of. They are so lazy to make a plan and follow it. It's hard to follow it. I sometimes just because I see other opportunities that are very good, looking very good, but they are not based on what on my plan, written plan, that exactly I want this to happen so I can take the entry. So yeah, you need to be consistent. If you want to be consistent, I mean, you need to follow your plan, because long term it will give you a percentage of win and loss ratio, and it will show you most likely to win in long term rather than looking at short term. And it's when you have a plan, trust me, it's much easier to manage your time, and you don't need to be on your computer the whole day. You can just select some pairs like I did on Forex. You can see on the side, these are my pairs. I selected those at night, and I'm just looking at them. I'm gonna take 1 entry or 2 entry, that's it. But I selected all these because they are potential entries for me. Okay, I may be wrong. I sometimes I had 3 losses in a row and then 3 wins, 4 wins. So that happens, normal. So yeah, it's all about risk and reward. If you have good risk and reward, you're gonna win this market long term. Anyways guys, thank you very much. This video is getting very long, and hope you like this video. High and low is very important, not just the trend line. If the trend is very impulsive, if it's weak trend and shrinking, it means it's fine. Like if it breaks valid. But if it's like this, this break sometimes is not very valid. Okay, because this is very inclined. The more inclined it is, the stronger the momentum is, and you shouldn't be going against the trend when it's very inclined. Alright guys, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.